All right, guys, we're going to talk about something that's really taken over the world and getting very integrated into music, preacher, and that is the subject of AI, which means, George,
Artificial intelligence.
artificial intelligence. What do we think about it? What do we? How do we deal with it here at Tune Designer? And because honestly, a lot of songwriters, a lot of musicians and artists, they're dealing with AI on a regular basis. They're using it, and so we want to just talk about how we can work with you if you're using AI to create a song. We're not against that. What we are for is you taking that song and sending it to us. For why, preacher?
So they can put real music on your song.
Real,
And make it your song.
real instruments played by real guys who care about your songs. Does them robots care about your song, George?
They do not. They don't know you. I promise you, they're not going to send you a Christmas card at the end of the year going, hey, thanks for using it.
But I'll tell you a situation that we deal with every week is we have people who create a song in AI and they're like, you know what, I want to get this really professionally done with Tune Designer. And we're all for that, ain't we, preacher?
eBay.
I'm going to talk a little bit about it because I want to talk about how we do that, but also some things you may have never thought about as far as AI if you're out there using it. So let's say you create a song with AI, you love it, and you send it to us. I would encourage you to get it played by real musicians, real people, and recorded that way. I'll listen to it. There's always some awkward little stuff in an AI song that I'll work out for you. I'll get it sounding like a human song. Okay. Sometimes people don't take a lot of time with AI and they send me something that really needs a lot of work. Now I'll do that for you, but I'll treat that song like I treat every other song, and I'll get the most out of it. And what you're going to get is a result that sounds like, a great country song or a gospel song or whatever. But the pitfalls we encounter is sometimes you fall in love with some of that stuff them robots are doing. And sometimes it just ain't realistic to play that musically. Preacher, talk about that for a minute.
It's really, sometimes it's just so, there's some things that a robot can do that I can't. I
don't feel like the Lone Ranger, man.
Sometimes it just don't make sense what the robots are doing, and it just don't feel right. But what
that is the case, like, and I liken it to when drum machines.
This is robots calling me, telling me to shut up.
when drum machines first came out, guys were not programming them that were drummers, so they would play stuff, they would program stuff, and go, man, that's the coolest thing, and it wasn't possible to play with one drummer, and I hear that going on in AI drums. They're laying down stuff, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. Well, that's really two drummers. Now, I like the fact that an artist or a songwriter or whomever can go to AI and get and what I call a template. If you look at it as this is a template, an idea of what I'm thinking about, but I'd really like for you guys to put your own stuff on it, that's where it can be really helpful. We've all encountered songwriters and whatnot. We go into a session and go, man, I got this song, I just don't know exactly what to do with it. Well, at least this gets you pointed in a direction, and it shows us. I will tell you one thing, and I'll try to keep it brief. One of the things that's hard on a session is if somebody goes, man, I don't know, just give me some options. Well, that's a myriad of options. If you come in and say, this is kind of what I'm thinking of within this framework, that makes it easier to work, and that's what I think AI can do in the right hands.
It's definitely a tool, but if you're wanting to, so let me just reinforce the fact, we encourage you to send us your AI demo. We will redo it with our real instruments, real musicians. We'll treat it like every other song we work on, and it'll be amazing. But let me tell you about the pitfalls if you don't if you're just trying to release an AI generated track and you singing with it, well, preacher, how many times do we hear the same demo, the same lick over and over in a AI song?
Same licks, especially on the countryside.
Oh yeah.
Same instrumentation. There's a lot of like I guess the algorithms. It compiles if you put I want traditional country or I want modern country or rocking country, and I don't use it, so I don't know how it works, but you put those algorithms in and it it spits out a lot of the same, like, man, the intro lick, it might be a totally different song. We've had weeks where it's like a week prior we had that same little lick that with that instrument doing that little thing, and it was a totally different song. So it can get meshed.
It can get repetitive.
Well, hold on. The reason that y'all don't know that is because you've created your own AI song. Well, we've listened to 250 AI songs that people have sent us, and we can tell instantly, yep, there it is. And so it kind of does create stuff the same way a lot. And, so just know what your song sounds like to you. There's probably 2.8 other million ones out there. I mean, I'm not exaggerating.
No, and
that's
I can
going
give
to
you
sound like your song.
I can give you a good example. I've started to call this the AI chorus pattern.
Yeah.
And it's just that kick drum thing. And we've gotten, and I'm not even kidding, we've gotten at least 20 songs with that kick drum pattern.
But it's more than that. It's the guitar licks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're trying to be a steel guitar, and they just do the same thing. Them robots do the same thing.
And it's the same dobro.
Yeah.
It has a little dobro thing in all of them.
We're not bashing it. I'm just telling you, don't think you got something special if you created your thing with AI, and use it as a tool. Get your song, work with it. So you like, man, this is a great song. Then send it to us, and we'll put our personality on it. Preacher, when's the last time you heard about a robot having a heart transplant?
Never.
I mean, they don't have no heart and soul. But we're going to put our heart and soul into these songs that we make. So, look, we're not saying don't use it. We're just saying at the end, it's very wise to have real musicians playing real instruments. And that's what we do here every day here at Tune Designer. We'd love to help you. The other thing, is later, I don't know what's going to happen eventually with AI. And let's say you generate a hit song and you used AI. The laws are changing all the time about who gets what on that. I don't even know where it stands right now. Do you owe these robots any credit, or I don't know. I don't know how it works. All I know is if you don't use it, you ain't got to worry about it.
I will tell you that it reminds me. Do you remember when the keyboards came out that had the drum machine and you could play like a single note? And it generated a bass line, and you could choose what theme. And there were a lot of demos done like that. And that's what it reminds me of. I will tell you this. I just saw my Uncle Todd, who was one of the smartest men probably on the planet. He's an economics professor. He does things with game theory and economics and terrorism. And we were talking about AI over dinner, and he said, it's only going to get better, he said, but the question is going to be, where does it, he asked me, he said, where does it fall when it comes to music? And he said, I think that it can be a good tool, but, until people realize that it's all coming from the same thing. Yeah. It's Phil who's singing this country song. Oh, that's Phil again, and Phil.
The other thing is, I can tell AI lyrics real quick because I know a human didn't write some of these lyrics. I just know, especially in country, and I hear these lines over and over that AI has generated for people, and it just, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying I know that that doesn't sound like a human wrote that. No. So anyway, look, we want to work with you. Send us your AI stuff, and we'll redo it with human fingers and human hearts. and human everything else.
Living, breathing drums,
And-
the whole 9 yards.
And send your non-AI stuff.
Yeah.
We'll still do the same thing like we always
That's
do.
right. We love working with any kind of song. Send it on.